Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham at the third at your service. Now we're going to be talking about this seriously because this is now time to save the world, and we're going to do it in so many parts until you crack. Why? A lot of you may have clues and answers in front of you already. Why? There's a lot of things unfolding in front of you. Right? For a lot of people out there, they're starting to pick up pieces, little pieces, not big pieces. Why? In the day, you're going to get stumped. Right? My family is so powerful you can't touch us. Period. Right? There's a reason for it. There's a lot of logical reasons, and there's puzzle clues everywhere, answers everywhere that solve the mystery. Right? It takes a while. Yes, of course. It's not going to be done overnight. That's for starters. When people argue and ask questions, blah blah blah, what the hell's going on? I said, look, my how I put this in layman terms. When I stated to you, family protects family. It doesn't matter which way it goes, right? It's a full circle complete-o, right? Which it is. But a lot of people can't work it out like I can. Right? I get it. It's a little bit like saying, what what are you bloody doing? It's like asking the pub, telling me that, or the landlady, or the staff, even that, right? I'm not going to go into full details what is unfolding, but it's happening all in fucking damn truth, and you lot are like blind. What the hell are you doing? You drink your coffee, you drink your tea in the morning, you do everything you need to do. It's all true, it's all facts, it's all logic. What the flaming hell are you playing at? Right, I get there's a lot of people out there in the real world that don't know what the fucker is going on. Right, I get that. It's really like saying to you guys out there, you haven't done nothing wrong. It's just the puzzle pieces were uniquely designed in a certain specific way for genetic codes. Why a lot of people know this inside and out. I'm not going to bullshit with the bush. Why it's going to take a while and a while and a while before it cracks. Why before you understand what you're dealing with, right? You know, Murder She Wrote, the bill are lock and key. Right? Because they're getting the facts already online without having to hiccup. Right? The Thomas franchise, the Power Rangers franchise, Star Trek, and Harry Potter, and the rest of the TV shows and movies that are linked to my mother, for fuck's sake. Why? I'm not lying about that, and I'm not lying against you. Why? The clues were all there in black and white for you, innit? When everything unfolds correctly, they're telling you a message. On the TV, on the movies, the reboots are gonna get screwed over this, right? It's true. It's time to save the world to stop blaming yourselves for once. Look at yourselves. When you wake up, smell the coffee. When it's all reality, then you're gonna start asking why the hell's Lady Hatt? Boom boom. I know the identity of the individual, but she can't say it out loud. Why, in the day, you're gonna get what you need. That's a fact. There's a truth to this, and there's logic to this. Why? It's like saying to you, the clues were there, the answers were there. Why don't you just wake up and smell the damn coffee? Why? A lot of you like your alcohol. I get it. You like to drink so much of it so you can get pissed and not remember anything the next day. Why? I try empathize with you and empathize with people that don't drink. Why? There are people like myself that don't drink, not saying anything wrong, not out of whack, not out of place, no nothing. It's time to save the world. Because it's not just a one man army doing it. Why? If I keep doing what I'm doing right now, it's time to save the world. It's the key element of everything you stand for. But you have to work out the value of things. It's not about money all the time. This is why I said money has got no option in this. Why? I get that it helps you out, but it gets you the stuff you need, blah, 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 going down the line, and it ends up with something, right? People know what's meant to unfold. People know this, that, bumps your uncle, but things add up. You're not going to win over this because it's all facts and reality. So you're going to be like saying, what, oh crap. Yeah, it's going to be like that routine. Right? People know it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of facts, a lot of answers, and a lot of truth to this. It's not going to be happening all at once, that's for sure. But you have to be realistic what's unfolding in front of you. At this moment, the Albion pub are dealing with a bloody big, serious problem which they can't hack it. At this moment, they can't do nothing, right? Because they can't work out what the hell's going on, right? The staff that work behind that bar, besides the landlady, everything else adds up, right? We've got clues, we have answers, we have everything, right? I don't want the same mistake that happened before. Number one. Number two, I don't want a repeat performance because we end up like saying what we warned you, we told you, we've shown you, we're giving you the facts, the truth, and the logic. Right? When Stepney told me this is my own flesh and blood cousin, near enough, Stepney said, "You're doing what's right." And they're picking on you for something that's actually very small. Which is true. Right? When it all goes down to my steam team, they don't bloody lie. Right? When everything says in truth, we always keep everything in check. Right? People are uniquely designed to do these things because they know me too bloody well. They will not harm me physically or mentally or anything. It's just the way it plays out. It's time to save the world. You've got to take this very, very seriously. Right? The diesel team won't save the world. They want to destroy it. So when you got a diesel team, you're fucking screwed. Right? I'm not argumentative, but I'm not just saying it out of the blue. It's fact. The steam team has already been stronger than that. Right? Let me give you a hint. Right? StreamYard knows this. YouTube knows this. Google knows this. Everybody knows it, but the thing is they can't tell you directly. It has to unfold naturally, but also unfold magically. So we don't get the kick and the fist. The last time, all my grandparents on my mother's side and my father's side ended up going to hospital because of this charade. Right? I'm telling you, because it's facts. Right? A lot of my family are very gifted, very powerful individuals, if you will. But in 1983 is when SPD Power Rangers Space Patrol Delta was formed to make sure it stays professional. Right? A lot of people make mistakes. I get it. People don't realise what's unfolding in front of them until they realise what's the next connection line. Did you ever know that my kids are on the fucking line because of you? And I'm not pointing at you just for the sake of it. My kids are here, don't get me wrong. But then you got to work forward. Why did Henry state so long a bloody go that we haven't seen the lady for 10,000 years? That's BS to the point. That's a cover-up track. Why? Let me break this down a little bit in layman terms for you, right? What would be 1,000 years would be only 100 to 200 years. Why? Because it has to spread out. So work backwards a little bit. Ding, ding, ding. This is from my grandfather on my mother's side of the family, including my grandfather on my father's side of the family. Right? It all played out the correct way that everybody wanted it. Ding, 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 ding. But then you've got to realise it's time to save the world. Not a bullshit job. This is going to be a longer podcast than you ever expect it to be. But I can only do it in parts because everybody's going to think, oh shit, he's cracked it. Correct. I'm not bullshitting, I'm not BSing, no, I'm not doing anything. Right? When people look at me, they will think, what the shit is he talking about? Use your common sense for flaming sake. Because in the day you got realistic and you got that, right? When I was on holiday, just to make it easier for you, right? There was an episode playing out behind Everyone's back, but everybody knew it because I had private connections on the inside. Right, a lot of us have private connections on the inside that know what's unfolded. Right? I'm not going to lie about that because I tell you now, you see, there's a lot of things you don't see. You may laugh it out loud now. Uh-uh. It's a giant F you for all of you because you didn't see it unfold and you're saying, oh crap, he's been doing those secret to dies places. Correct. I can't give out all the places, but there you go. There are reasons for this job. The reason why I have to set myself on a goal online on it. People think it's all a joke. Well, watch out. Because you might end up screwing it up one day and you might end up saying, what happened here, what happened there, what happened there, and everything. It's all question marks in your little heads of yours. Right? It's all unfolded correctly. It's just the way it unfolds in front of you. Right? We know there are things that you need to understand. There are things that need to be put right. Correct. Time to save the world. Not an easy task. But you see, what happens next, what will happen unfoldably, which it should unfold correctly, which it should, right? You're going to get Adam Taylor at the end. Alright? That's fact. Right? You're not going to lose him. You're going to gain him. But you have to work out how I done it. Before I make my moves, you silly dopes. You need to start waking up and start smelling the coffee. I said the alcohol won't help you. It will kill you. Right? I'm telling you a fact. If you want this to work properly, get Suffolk down your throat. Which is the alcohol substitute. Right? Which is true. I'm not lying on that. Right? When you got Suffolk down your throats, what will happen is things progress forward. When you're on pure alcohol, then you're pissed the racehorse. Right? I'm not paying a bet for a horse that's going to be doing it very poor. Why do you think, I'm going to tell you a trick in the trade of this, why do you think I picked the loser? Ask yourself a question. Why did I pick what is related to me, but why did I put a bet on a horse that lost? Why? Clue. Right? Things around you you can't see that I pick already. You just don't realise, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's a giant fuck you card if it goes wrong. But it's time to save the world, not the other way round. But people are dying. People are absolutely. I just had a private connection from Facebook, which is unusual for me because I don't often get Trek radio or Star Trek information, obviously, if you want to call it. Said James Darren is dead. Right? That's true. That's fact. And it's logic. James Darren died, who is Vic Fontaine in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. One of my private connections. Ding, ding. Then it doesn't add up just straight off the market there. So I wasn't lying on that, so you can't just say, what? Yeah, he's dead. James Darren is dead. That's fact. Right? That's realistic and all. A lot of you may not understand what's going on. I'll tell you now. I'll show you what real magic can do to you. I said, the magic you refuse to believe in will get the better of you all the time. I said, why do you think facts are coming in? Facts, truth, logic, respect. We all take these for granted, but sometimes you have to go forward with it. Right? Time to save the bloody world. Not destroy the bloody world. That's the last thing you want. Right? I know I may be doing this in parts and parts and parts and parts, but I said, it's not a game. The pubs are bloody useless because they can't think straight. I said, look, wake up. A lot of people that do think straight will end up realising, oh, fuck. He's been telling the truth all the time and he's been honest. He's put his Basically, like a bunch of cards on a table to say, there's your truth. Shut your trap. Right? I'm not like that. Right? I've been honest with you. Right? Mr. C. Jr. And Mr. Conductor played cards with Lily for one night, right? While she was on the island. So work it out. Go forward, forward, forward. Right? And Mr. C quoted in his own words, Lily, your grandpa knows exactly where you are. He just needs a little bit of remembrance where you are. So in the other day, when Lily played cards with Mr. Conductor, or C, if you like to call him correctly, 128, you add it up, right? So you then realise, oh shit, ding ding. What happens when Mr. C told me to take Lily home? Look up Lily Cole's Bloody True Story Part 1 and you get your fact right there in black and white. Right? I'm not going to repeat that again. Right? Realistically, it's there in black and bloody white for you. I can't lie about it because it's Facebook proof as well. So when somebody tells you, what? Yeah, drop jaw. Do whatever you want, but the problem is you've got to have the time to save the world now. But you have to do it properly. You have to respect me, number one. Number two, Lady Hatt will come into power with me. Oh yes. But in the day, my family's got a lot of connections. But you've got to be realistic about what you see is what you get. You lost James Darren, the artist, and Vic Fontaine connection, obviously for Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Don't get me wrong. Why? It's true. It's happened. It's fact. Right? But that doesn't end there, does it? There's always a connection that replaces him all the time. Forward. It all adds up. Right? People know people. Connections know everybody. Get it? But when it's all about you, when it wants you, the money is all coded for people in different directions. And it always leads back to my family because I'm the money maker job. Right? I don't work. I work, but I just don't get paid. Then I go forward, and everybody started picking up pieces as they go, and they realise, oh fuck, the money we took is his. And then we go quack, 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 quack. Like I said, the duck says, what you get is what you're getting, right? You understand the value, right? We value life. We respect life. But at the same time, when you got a hat on the field, you don't piss me off. Right? Because it's fact. Well, you've got the experimental engines that you want to destroy and get rid of. Right? Because they no longer they don't belong with me because they're not part of NWR. So when you think about it, in the day, you got them in play, you got them shitting their asses off. I said, yeah, they've been bollocked, and I'm going to get them bollocked out. You know, I'm not going to be bullshitting with the bush. Right? Thing was, it was all connected to family to begin with. And it will end with my family on top. Plus, then the connection will be made. Which it won't happen yet because obviously certain person is too young and he's safeguarded by me, obviously. And it goes forward with his family. And then you'll have Adam Taylor on top. So you have your connection right there. But my granddaughter is the one that's marrying the family. A friend becomes a connection. So why? Because people are witnessing the magic. And when the magic is unfolding in front of you, you can't lie about it. Right? When I was on holiday, right, the episode that I was playing out is called Thomas and Terence. In full whack glory. Right? I'm going to make this quite clear on you. I had a connection on the inside, which is pretty good because when you got a connection there and I got a friend as well, I had a family, friend, connection. All three of us in one building. Ding ding. Right, my connection that I had, who I cannot name because that's my private connection, she said, "Hello, Sir Topham Hatt. How are you this afternoon? I haven't seen you for a long time since you've done horse riding. Blah blah blah. It goes down that chain. It goes back. Boom boom boom. What happens? I've been honest with her and truthful with her. Then I'm thinking something's up. Somebody that knows me really well, as much as anyone else does. You have to get realistic. Then it all clicks and plays, doesn't it? But it doesn't end there. But when you think about it, it's all there, black and bloody white, that's for sure. Right, saving the world is going to take a little while longer than what you thought. But you have to respect what you've got. And it's not easy, I get it. For children, they need this. But I told you, the only way you can move forward is listen to me. Because you're not going to learn from the realistic point across to the actual fiction. Right? They bounced out, ding, 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 ding. Why? If you destroy one side, you destroy the other. Right? It doesn't work like that. Right? When it all unfolds in front of you, then you're asking why you know so bloody much. I said James Darren is dead, so don't bloody blame him because he's gone. Now everybody's upset and they're depressed and all that. Yeah, well, now you can see a real life event right in front of your eyes. Right? Facebook never lies to me. Nor does Twitter, nor does YouTube, nor does StreamYard. Why do you know I know them better than anyone else at the moment? Why? Because even Google knows this. I said the reason why I come back fighting the way I do, like my friend stated, don't piss me off because I'll always get you down to your normal standard protocol is what I call it. The iOS, the Island of Sodor protocol, always plays out. Why? Because we have to play it that way to get round things quick enough. Why? A lot of people just cannot see it until it unfolds in front of their eyeballs. I said it's all true, it's all logic, and it's all facts. You can't lie on that. Why? Why why did I tell you that facts had a real life truth to it? All the time, you're not going to lose the Steam team. You're getting them back, including myself on top. As the fat man as well. You can't, end of the day, you've got to get realistic. This is not a game. Time to Save the World Part 1. It's just the beginning. So if you want something done, and get it done correctly, boot out the junkies and all the smokers and all that. Boof, clear that air, bring in clear air in, and boot the junkies out. Right? When we talk about the Albion half the time, it is the place of socialisation. I get that, but there are things around you you're not seeing. The clues, the answers, and everything were right in front of your eyes. And you telling me what's going on? I said it's all linked to one person and another person. Why? Two people in play. So you can't mess around with it. When I sit down, you know I'm being dead serious. I'm not bullshitting by the bush. Right? I tell you now, something will click in your head and realise, oh shit. But then you've got to realise, why do you think that I know what you've done in the weekend when I'm on holiday, you damn bums? Why do you think you're going to get away with blue murder? It won't work. Right, so when people of the dead trying to tell me all these things straight ahead of schedule, why? Because they don't want you to fuck up. Right? That's true. That's no lie in that. I get there are restrictions on everything, but at the same time, you have to get realistic, get forward. Time to Save the World, Part 1, because we have to. We don't have a choice. We're working overtime to keep up with you lot at the same time. I said, you slow down, you lot, at once. This is no game whatsoever. When you look at this, you're going to say, fuck. or WTF for short. Right? It's gonna go that way because it's true. You can't expect this to rush all the way through because it's not. This is gonna be a very long. It's gonna take a little while longer than what you expected. Right? I get it. Right? When I do these things in way it meant to be unfolded, it's because there's a lot of details. Right? So when everything was telling me the truth, you got the results coming right through at you. Right, I get there's a lot more to be explained. I get that. Trying to save the world, it's not easy. But you've got to get it done to get everything back on track. I'm private connection that I know, locally based, knows everything that's unfolding in front of your eyes. Right? She's already told me you're there to fix the time stream. Right, there's no lie about it. But I'm not doing it on my own. Because it takes a lot of power and resource. All the time. So when you think about the experimental engines in one of my podcasts, because it is called experimental engines, right? They are going to be dead and buried by the time they're gone, right? Because they weren't physically meant to be the way they are, right? They're getting too cocky in the mouth, open their mouth too much, right? I get some of them are there to protect me, some of them are not. Right, I get it. Some are keeping their mouth shut because they're family connected somehow. Why? Because same place, working area. So when you think I've got connections everywhere, watch out. Because I always tell you the truth. So while Thomas and Terence's episode was playing at Killing Heath as example, wink, wink, right, it's all bloody true. Then you've got James Down's death on top of that. Wake up and smell the damn coffee. Then you're asking, oh crap, 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 crap. So then what happens? A lot of people are now going to start questioning people, right? I get that. That's the first thing that comes out of their mouth, right? And then the answers will slowly pass the buck. But then what you have to do in secrecy to prevent the boom boom. I said, look, when the time is right, you will end up regretting what you could do, right? It's time to save the world, not destroy it. Because it's a big part of the puzzle here you could damage very badly. Right? It's not a joke, it's not a laughing matter. It's something you need to really focus on and clear your head for. This is not the alcohol. You've got to be on Suffolk from now on, which is an alcohol substitute. Right? You're going to be doing that for a long, long time. And then you're gonna say, I want alcohol, I want alcohol. Here's your sipper hole. There you go, on a plate. Right? You're not gonna get alcohol anymore. You're gonna get sipper hole. Why? Because you're gonna be after work. You don't want to get pissed. Right? I get that. I know a lot of people know a lot of information in their heads that they know about. I know some people are drinking Diet Coke, J2Os, everything that's normally non-alcoholic based, may I add, and it all adds up. I've got a duck on a non-sipper whole alcohol drink. Why? Safeguarding him. But Porter's saying, don't listen to the fat controller. Boom, boom. I said, no, he is, he's, he's got stuffed up with flower power. Why? That's happening and it's happening all in truth. Why? Well, Porter's out of commission and all of that. Boom, boom. What happens? Then everything starts to add up, connectionally wise. Right? In the day, you're going forward, but you're gonna get me, Lady Hatt, and then you have the kids from my family, and then you got the final cut with the Taylor family. So wake up and smell the coffee. So you got Adam Taylor. Now work backwards. Then you will find out where the major connection is. Right? I'm safeguarding them for obvious reasons. Oh yeah, let's talk about camping, right? We always like camping this time of year, right? There are people that were staring at us, right? With no consequences or don't realise. And I said, why? He looked at me in the angry face. I said, what's your flaming step, asshole? Because I won't put up with the BS, right? Because I want bullshit, right? He looked at me in the angry way, right? Like he did with the people that I was safeguarding, right? Right? You can bend the rules slightly, right? When you got a person with special needs, you're allowed an extra 10 on your picks as example. But you can't, still must not, you can have about 7 to 8 people at maximum. Why? 8 is a really useful number as it's such. Right? When Thomas replied so long ago, the first time round, so second time round, now you've got it coming out of my mouth saying 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? So work it out. It's there in black and white. And you heard it from my own mouth and all. So why do you want to tempt fate and go the other way and boom, boom, boom? Don't destroy yourselves because that's where you're going to end up in the graveyard, which I'm not having. Right? I get people that just seen something and they just think, oh crap. I told you you're going to get stumped. Right? People that I know the secret behind me. Right? There are people around you that know the secret beyond that, but they can't say nothing. They have to let it unfold naturally. But there's a lot of things you have to unfold, right? I get it, right? Well, okay, let me give you another hint, right? Family links back to family. That's fact. Why? The full circle will be connected, but we don't know when. I don't know when yet. Why? Because a lot of people haven't picked up the clues yet, or the answers yet. Why? I worked it out, so has the individual that I am connected with. Why? A lot of people may not see it straight away. Right? When my grandfather, so long ago, but 20 years ago, before he died, obviously, right, he told me in his own bloody words, don't mess up. Go forward and correct it. Because in the day, you're not going to move forward unless you correct that problem. Right, the Albion is the hot spot for, alright? My office, my department, not just the staff that work behind the bar just to help you get your drinks and all of that. One day, you're going to have no alcohol, you're going to have synthahol as a substitute because it's a one way forward to get you head thinking while you're still in the building. Right? People then will moan, don't get me wrong, but then they will get established. Why? I explained to you, we be still around even after me and my lady hat and my kids are in check. We already got the tick in the box for it. We just need it to unfold properly. If you don't unfold it correctly, you're gonna be like saying, "What the fuck has gone wrong here?" That's what your mouth will coming out with. Then it all requires digging into these podcasts because this is where it all floats. I said it's time to save the flaming world. It's not a joke. It's a quote, yes, because it's coming out of my own mouth, not just the way I say it, right? It's time to save the world. Why? Because it's part one of it, because we need to dig, dig, dig. Right? You're not going to get it overnight. That's the starters. A lot of people make mistakes, slip ups, if you will, and they know the truth as much as I do, but they can't say too much. If you hit or ask any of my private connections, or my friends, if you like to call them correctly, as well, forward slash, you're in trouble by me. Personally, me. Right? Because I don't have tolerance of people abusing my situation or abusing what meant to unfold correctly. Why? I get people don't understand it at this point because they haven't got the clue right in front of them yet. Right? The last time we had to fight it right through. It's not about a game. It's not about a race. It's about realistically. It's reality of it all. When it unfolds in front of you, you're going to end up saying, oh crap. Right? So if my grandfather already told the NHS once and the NSFT once, and Duck said it as well, that's true. Then you got my grandfather on my mother's side, said nothing and let it brought up the 5 kids. So I was the guy. I was the fat controller that they were safeguarding all this time. But listen, I'm not the only one on the playing field here. So when it all goes backfiring in your face, people know who the individual is. So do I. Like I said, family protects family. I know a lot of people might think, what? He's worked it out already? Correct. I've said I was really useful, straightforward, straight to the point. Why a lot of people that are getting connected or connected through time, why people forget about who their family is. Right? Family is important. I get that. But when you work backwards and you forget about your grandma or great uncle or grandpa or great auntie, vice versa, then you work out why is he saying Lily and my and and the Cooper side of the family. Work it out. Brother and sister, correct. But then go down 2 chains. Ding ding. So again, work it out. Well, sometimes a lot of people are given information as they go down a chain, right? Some people are gathered this information just by keeping in contact with private connections, correct? Some of it is all linked back to family. Not many people know about these railway keys as example. Why? It's no bullshit, no bush, no nothing. Everybody's got a railway key out there that links back to a certain person they meant to be with or meant to be with properly by the books. Okay, there was a screw up, but the problem is it wasn't my screw up. So when you realise what you got is right in front of your eyeballs, I said, did you ever look in the mirror and really thought about, oh fuck? That's the first thing you will say, WTF. I said, look, grow up and look around you. Right? A lot of engines of mine, support engines if you will, of the 3rd generation, have to do the same cycle. Right? The 4th generation will have to go through the same cycle. Then the 5th generation goes through it. Then people then realise there is a 6th person in play, correct? But he is connected by the Hatt blood connection, correct? But then the bloodline goes down a chain again by another 3 generations, and it will keep going down. Why? Because you're not losing. Why? You're gaining people. You're gaining respect, and you know who's down the chain. But while the rest has been trying to tell you this for ages and ages and ages, and you won't acknowledge it, I said, grow up. Henry has been a long round and saying the same thing. We haven't seen Lady for 1,000 years when it isn't 1,000 years. It's less than that. When it's all unfolded and correct for you, I said, look what I'm doing because it unfolds everything in the correct way. I said, everything was playing out correctly until some people in the pub, blah, 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 blah. I said, pack it up, will you? And then you go. And then you know I'm telling the truth and I'm strict and stern at the same time. You know I'm being honest with you. Right? I'm not going to have a bullshit with the bush. Right? Right, when Mr. C really done what he tells me to do as well as much, I'll always report back to him because I'm normally on holiday. So work it out. Why? Why Mr. C? Why? He knew the connection and he knew the clue, but he couldn't say it out too much. And then he says every engine or every person on this planet needs lady. Ding ding. Right? Of course. I know that answer. I know the clue. I know everything about it. But did I state to you there are there are three type of people out there in the whole of this universe? It's got a splatter, a dog, and a diesel 10 personalities. Three people. That's all it is. Two of them backed off. Right? So it leaves with one. So then work it out. Then you've got to work out why. It's playing correctly, yes. People might think, what the hell's going on? I said, yeah, caught you out, didn't I? There are people in this world that want to do what needs to be done. Time to save the world is the ultimate bargaining chip, right? But it's meant to unfold correctly, yes. And it's meant to do it the correct way, yes. I'm not going to just go in willy nilly and say, look, grow up, the lot of you. You know what I mean? It's like saying, grow up and understand. This is realistic, not a children's game. When I know my private connections myself, personally, face to face, I haven't seen them for a long time or I haven't talked to them for a while, they were appreciated to hear everything out. But they had a short amount of time of saying it. Right? There are people around me that know me too bloody well. Not just because what's unfolded, I said, grow up, the lot of you. There's a lot of it, it's true as fact as hell. I said, if you want to bloody bullshit with books, I said, go ahead. All you're dealing with is a lot more damage than what it is. When everything unfolds correctly in front of you, then you start asking questions. I said, look, Thomas took Lily Cole back to her grandpa. Now it's the other way round, when the grandpa's got to come back to the other way round. But the way it's unfolded in front of you, it's told me directly who it is. Right? The third gen is a different kettle ball. But the actual thing is, when you look back to the first generation, Lily is basically my great auntie. Then I have my grandpa on top. Right? Family leads back to family. So then it goes down a chain and it reconnects. Why? Third generation. Because I'm not just a white, normal person individually. Right? You can argue, you can debate, you can kiss your asses goodbye or get out the pub, whatever. If I hear any more fucking flat, you're out. You know what I mean? It's time to save the world. It's not just a normal protocol around this. You got the Island of Sodor protocol, which is true, and it can happen because it's all written before you were even born. That's the fact. Then it goes to my mother and and her cousin Margaret. Then it goes back to like I say, my grandfather and my great auntie Lily. Ding ding. Then it goes down a chain, and you work out. Oh fuck, it's realistic. Yeah, well, I told you. Then I've got the Lynn family. Then I've got the Hatt family on top, which married the Cooper side of the family and got me in the picture. So don't piss me about when I'm telling the truth. It's all facts, it's all logic, and it's all truth. If you don't bloody believe it, go and fire up your own balls, or you'll fire your kit off. Because at the end of the day, it's the truth. I already had, during my holiday, I had a bunch of weirdos trying to record everything on the sun. And we can't even have our own privacy. We're only there for 4 nights, and all we got is like people next door at the time were like trying to video record us, photograph us, and all that. I said, keep it up. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get caught. And it's the truth. Sometimes people do that, but they can't work it out in their heads why. But when somebody looked at me cross, I pissed them off and said, back off. Because it's the last word I would use to say, look, that's what I said on the way, just back off. Because they were asking private information and details. I said, I know what's unfolding, you don't. It's just the way it unfolds in front of you. It's time to save the world. But this is the first part of it. You're not going through like hell. What the bloody hell's going on? Because it's reality. It's fact, and it's logic. People got photographic evidence of me, video evidence of me. They also bloody got that, but they because they were friends of the family, connections to the family. So back at Ford, who lost in the end eventually? The diesel team lost. And that's not being cocky either. So when you think, why is these people leaving the Albion? I tell you, they're a bunch of cuckoos. Why? Because they couldn't work it out. You have some people that will respect me because they know who I am, what I am. Right? And then it just makes it a little bit easier on me because then I don't have all the compression. I said, yeah, people in Scotland, Wales, they all know about me, but they tend to keep their mouths shut. It's not a game you can meddle around with, that's for sure. Real life events, real life facts going in, and it all adds up. And you lot are like saying, what the flaming hell's going on? Why we haven't got day out Thomas? Blame yourselves on this one. Because it all adds up. So what do you think I'm here for? My private connection already stated that too. You're there to fix the timeline, sir. That's what she stated in black and white. So she's not lying. She's been flaming damn honest. I told you, people that don't believe in magic will end up being very scared when it comes down to me. So when the clues are there and the answers are there, you're gonna end up saying shit. I can't move forward without her. It's like a chicken and the egg. We talk about chicken and the egg. Let's say this is from Dirk himself. Quotedly said, right? Because my mother is aware of this, Dr. Hatt, she's aware of this. And then you got Duck. Ding ding. They're both aware of it, but they separately. Why? Keep one away from the other for a moment because he's a support engine that doesn't know what happens in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. As example, for a lot of people, you're starting to unfold it and you're seeing it unfold, but you're not laughing. Right? People that know this too damn well, but it has to repeat the third time to get it all the clickers in play. I said it's all there, click, 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 slowly, but then it all adds up with Adam Taylor in the end. Then you've got to work backwards to get to me again, and work out where the connection is. Right? It's not a lie. Like I said, family protects family. When I stated it the last time on my original podcast of it, a lot of people had a little bit of misunderstanding of it or calculation of it. I said, look, just look around you. Right, you are Sodor. You're not bloody running away from Sodor. You just bloody have to look upside down for it all. Right, I get it. A lot of people don't understand it quite clearly. Right, it's time to save the world, and it's gonna get violent at some points because there are very dangerous people about that you don't want in the building. As example, why you don't want that near me for starters because it's damaging me. But at the same time, you're pushing yourselves out of the window. You're pushing yourselves out of luck forward, right? People know people, right? Descendants know descendants. Connections know everybody, right? Just in the other day, you're watching it, you're seeing it, I'm for blah, blah, blah. It's going down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who they appreciate, right? In the day, you're looking at me and you're seeing the result for it. I'm not lying to you. I'm not being deceitful to you. I'm not being hurtful against you. I've just been plain, simple honesty. Right? A lot of women don't like honesty. Right? I get that. And a lot of things come into a lot of ways. So when it all comes through to you, like it is in black and white, I said, it's all true, it's all facts, and it's all logic. End of the day, a lot of people know what needs to unfold every time. You have to get realistic. It's true, it's fact, and it's logic. A lot of people may not fully understand what's unfolded. Time to save the world. Not the easiest thing to do, but the hacks and the rest of my family, my connections, my friends, we're all bloody doing it. Even my steam team is do- doing it. I said it's all bloody true, correct. See, people know, but they don't want to say it out too damn loud. But it's true, it's fact, it's logic. You can't lie about a true story that's unfolding in front of your eyes. I know some people may not see it in Norfolk, forward slash Sodor, on it, and I said, yeah, I'm bumping into people, connecting with people, friends, connections all around the globe. I said it's all bloody true, facts and logic. I said if you don't believe it, what you see, it's all logical, right? A lot of people know that Swan Song is playing out, but not right now because it's not Emily Helen Hatt's position right now. Right now, I'm still stuck between me and my wife, near enough, or Lady Hatt, if you like to call her correctly, the third generation. I will not bullshit with the bush. I know who she is. I know what I am. What everybody knows. It's all true. It's all facts. It's all logic. Why tempt fate when it's already written for you from day one? You know, it's all facts. It's all true. It's all logic, and it's all realistic, and it's all guaranteed. If you want to BS with the people around you, then go ahead. All you're gonna get is the honesty from some people, bullshit from the others. I said the reason why the Albion is getting targeted is because the people that don't believe it, they're gonna witness something they really going to damn witness, right? They try to take photographs of me, they take video clips of me. What next? Yeah, well, it's all true. Thomas and Terence episode just played out, but that took nearly 3 to 4 days. So work that out. When you think it's a 5 minute episode, it wasn't. And it's not a laughing matter. It's all damn serious. Right? I get that. So when you want something that's all true of facts, I said it's been all true from day bloody one. I said it's hard to get people's attention at this time of morning or the afternoon. It's time to save the world. There's no joke about it. We might do it in 6 parts, 10 parts. We go to save the world. No matter what you want to do in your life. Just respect your life. Why? In the UK, we don't have this option because we have to fight to get what we need. Right? Needs are important. Wants can wait later. When you want something now, you're not going to get it that way. You know, when you need something, it will come to you gently. It's all true. It's all facts. It's all logic. Why you want to play damaging the timeline layer that you already got it in play before you were born? People can do it. They just look at it logically and they will think about it logically and they say, "Oh crap, okay." You got my grandfather, you had Sir Topham Hatt the first. Then you got Charles Topham Hatt, number two. Then you got me. Bing, bing. Then you're adding up because we're bloodliners. Ding, ding, ding. Now what happens next? Lady Hatt the third comes along. Right, I know who she is. The identity is to remain. We know who she is. We don't need to anonymously put it in. But the thing is, she's not. Her head's not thinking straight right now. Her mind is there. The focus ability is there. But you have to let it play out slowly because we have to save the world. We have to slow it down. We have no choice but to do it this way. Time to save the world is going to take longer than what it is. I get it. It's probably a little bit enormously putting in the perspective for you, but it's actually the truth that you're getting, not the fiction. I said, look at it. More facts are in a lot of things than you think. It takes longer because a lot of people are intervening when they shouldn't done. I said, let it play out. Don't talk. Just it's there in black and white. I said a lot of people said it's true, it's logic, and it's fact. Why you want to push, push, push? I don't know. But the fact is, the truth is there. You got you had you don't know what lucky you are, but you got to really be realistic. Right? I got to save the world to save your lives. If you want the graveyard department, be careful, because this is the first part of time to save the world when it is. Right? When you watch it again and again, you realise, oh fuck, he's not kidding. I said it's time to save the world, but you want to get it done correctly, do you? Like I said, it's all realistic, it's fact, it's logic. I said I get the picture where you want this to unfold correctly. You want this to be done correctly. You want that to be. I get that's all needs, right? Right. In the end of the day, it's all there in black and white for you. It just needs time to save the world, but it's going to take it a little bit stride. It's not going to override or solve the problem in one day, because it won't. This is going to take a little while longer than what it is. Right? When people get to their 50s and 60s, they tend to feel like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, well, if you realise it, there are a lot of things told in truth, which it is. Right? A lot of people may not pick up the pieces straight away. Right? A lot of people said, look, why don't you just drink Whole and stop drinking the pure alcohol that you get from the taps? Right? That's first step. Clear your heads in the morning. Don't drink it first thing in the morning either. Always tea, coffee, whatever. Then slow down when it comes to the evening time. Don't push yourself, because some people can get really drunk and stunky, which is true. I'm not lying. I will be honest with you guys. I said, look, there are a lot of people that may not know what I'm physically doing because they don't know what's unfolding. I said, look around you. People in Scotland should know better. Obviously, being the obvious hotspot for my family's location, and which it is, and then you add in backwards and you go, what? Oh, fuck. Yeah, you've been monitored. That's for sure. Left, right, or centre, or online or all. I'm not going to be pissed about, because the truth is already there in my face. Not purely face like this. I usually get really down to earth and straight to the point with you. Right? I don't bullshit. Right? We've always been honest with you, and I'll always be straightforward with you. But you have to be honest with yourselves to get forward. If you're not going to be completely honest, something is not right about it. Right? I've got to re-correct that anomaly before it goes forward. Okay, right. My family's DNA is so bloody powerful, we can relocate the backwards and then go forward routine. Right? A lot of way people can do this, and they could do the same procedure with their families. I said, go backwards to go forward, forward to go backwards. It's a time loop within all the earth. Right? Everybody's got to do it anyway, left, right, or centre. Right? A lot of people make common mistakes. Right? When people unfold things gently, 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 which we're all doing, you're ending up with a better result in the end. But a lot of people are like saying, look, I'm trying to do it as not as quick, but slowly. Right? I'm not going to be doing this on my own. The world, time to save the world, is the first parter, but it's actually about five parter. Why? Because there's five people in play. It's time to save the world. When you think there's three people, which it normally is, it's actually five people as a whole. So when you think about it, it's time to save the world. Stop pissing about and play it out properly. If you're not, I'm monitoring the Norfolk Railway on top of this, because that's a Northwestern Railway Company. You can't lie on that either. So when it unfolds in front of you, it's all true, correct, but we're not even bullshitting either. and I would not put anybody's lives at risk because it's all safeguarded. Why? Because people know things. They know what needs to play out. They need. They don't have to ask questions on me. Right? But there's a lot of people that may not understand what's unfolding. Why it's leading back to people we love, respect, and honestly care about. I said, look, have you ever really worked it out yet why we all bloody connected as one big family, or part of a family, or biologically in the family? Why? Because it all leads back to family. You see, people are watching you from in Natford, / Crimer, and the Albion red hot spot anyway, right? The reason I call it the red hot spot at the moment is because things that are unfolding in nature's course, it will unfold correctly in front of you. I said I would not harm a lady no matter what. But the thing is, when it all plays out in front of you, you're going to realise, oh, shite, it's realistic. I said it is realistic. Why don't you lot just see it and realise, oh, crap, right? There are a lot of things in our lives that take time on this, right? When I said it's time to save the world, it is. This is no BS. This is all true, all facts, all logic. I said everything is playing out correctly, but you just don't want to believe the truth. Be my guest. Some of my people that I know of who are monitoring me, knowing what I need to do, controlling what needs to be needs to be done. I said the Albion is going to get rid of the pure alcohol and bring in synthahol to bring it into the fold properly. I said if the synthahol was in play, a lot of you will be a lot more clear-headed. I tell you, it's a substitute for alcohol, right? Which is true. But when I say what goes around comes around, I said I'm not going to be in a crowded place, obviously, number one, because it won't work with me. Normally it can. That's why I sit down and just drink J2Os because why? Safeguard's always on. Always on, but the staff have to wake up and smell the damn coffee. I said, yeah, well, when you think about it, it's there. Time to save the world. Not bullshit the world. Right? The thing is, in the day, you've got time to save the world is the biggest part of the puzzle here. Right? I haven't got the time to bullshit. Because I never bullshit. Right? A lot of people just want information out of me. Big time information, right? But they're getting paid to do the job. And I'm just going to throw them out. Because like, a lot of people, not the pub, but some people that I keep bumping into from time to time, don't deserve their jobs right now. And they really are on a tight leash. I said, watch it. Because it's all true. Yes. It's all facts. It's true. The logic is true. But people are doing it in the correct way for me to make sure I don't screw up. But at the same time, but I haven't, have I? I've been just unfolding it for you. And all I've done is getting all the BS, all the abuse, all the bloody mouth hole, right? And I'm getting sick and tired of it being like somebody being dishonest with me. I said, how come my grandfather on my mother's side of the family knows the real identity of Lady Hatt herself? There's a clue within it, and I'm not going to say any more. But realistically, you're really gonna learn the hard way round. I'm not gonna provide all the clues for you. That's the starters. People know who she is, but they can't say it either. Why? Railway keys have a way of knowing the truth. Why? Because it leads back to certain people. Why? Connection. Family connection. Right? In the day when there's connections in play for me, you can back off from my lady hat for starters. Because in the day, you see, there's a lot of people that are helping me in a very directable approach without damaging the time stream. And I said, look, it's all true, it's all facts, and it's all logic. You can't deny it, and you can't lie through it. Right? In the day, you're screwed up, your head's a bit bubbly up here, thinking, well, how does he know all of this? I said it's genetically enhanced. You can't fuck up with genetics, number one, the bloodline, obviously, and everything else. I said, you're getting what you need, but be patient. Because patience is another key to this. It's not a game you can run. People understand it, but they got to be realistic. So if you really want everything on a plate, I said it's all true from the day this podcasting system started on me. Right? So you got the truth. Don't abuse it, and don't even feel like you want to get away with murder, because you won't. Because at the end of the day, it's playing correctly, but you need to unfold it correctly to get things round correctly. I said, I care about people. Yes, late myself, you need to really think about, because that's number one. Without me, you won't get anything else at the moment. Right? But there's two people involved here, not one. It's not my mother, that's for starters, or Duck. So rule them out. Right? You're dealing with two individuals that are powerful than you. They know people. The community knows what it is. The Thomas Tank community knows a half a lot more than you do. Right? They picked it up already, while the rest of us won. But there's another. Then you got the whole community knowing it all, and they all witnessing it. Right? People know people. Connections know connections. Right? You're gonna get what you need, but be very, very patient here. This is a very delicate process. A lot of people think this is what? Shit, crap, holy macaroni, whatever you want to call it. Right? And it all adds up. When it all plays unfoldedly in front of you, you're going to say, what? Fuck, here we go. Yep, well, when somebody works hard behind the bar, as example, they haven't got time to think and know what's been unfolded or whatever. A lot of people have witnessed it a little bit, yes. Some people have not. So if you really think this is not a real life event, I said it is, because people are saying it's true from day one. So I'm not laughing or smirking just for the sake of it. The thing is, you're getting what you need, but now you're basically saying it's time to save the world. This is only just the first part of it. But you're gonna wake up and smell the coffee routine, because you're always gonna get that, because it's true. So when you got people that saying drink Suffolk, that's the non-alcoholic based alcohol drink that smells like alcohol, but it does and tastes like alcohol, but it's not pure alcohol. You're gonna end up drinking that more in the pubs than anything, because the end of the day, it's about knowing what's right from wrong, and even that, time to save the world is a big step, but it's gonna be a one big chunk puzzle piece. People know it. They know it's true. They know it's logic, and they know it's fact. So if you really want to be the one of all my friends and my connections and myself are trying to save the world, not destroy it. But there are a few people out there in this world that are trying to fight it in the opposite direction. Polar opposite. Bang. And I keep telling you, the Norfolk Railway will not survive without me. Number one. Number two, then it involves my family as well and my future descendants. Then it all adds up. So, like I said, family keeps within the family normally. But in this case, as the whole community knows about us, it's time to go global with all these podcasts. I said, in the day, you're getting the truth, you get the logic, and you get the facts. But to bring me and my lady hat together, it's like saying, I got all the pieces, but I can't say it out loud. So while all of it is all happening all in truth, and it's fact, and it's logic, I said, don't piss around with something that's reality, because the reality bites your backside because it's reality of what you're doing. Why do you think I've been honest with you? I've been honest what's unfolded, and been honest with everything else. Then you're telling me that I've gone the opposite? I said, no, it's all flaming true of fact, and you're just realizing what shit. I said it's been real, it's been alive and action all the time. From 1900s, from 1845 onwards, then all the puzzle pieces get added. But then my grandfather cracked it, then I cracked it. So work it out. It's skipped a generation because my father wasn't even bothered. So now you can see why it's unfolded the way it has. I took on his memories as much as my mother's and all of that, got all of that in my head. Why? Because it's facts, it's reality, and you can't change it. So by telling, like, let's say NHS wants my medical card exemption it's going to expire, they can basically they can screw it because it's basically non-expirable. Right? In reality, it's fact. But at the end of the day, they have to realise what's happening is truth. Time to save the world. Part one, because it is. You're not gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you or backfire on you. So when I got people that I know, even the dead people up the sky know the truth. Why? Because they've seen it unfold in front of my eyes as they do with their ears. The only thing is, they've seen it with their eyes, watching me make the right moves all the time. All I have to do is play it out. All I have to do is make sure I play the right moves, do the right moves, get you in the clear headed, so everybody can be clear headed in the morning and the afternoon or evening whenever you view this video. It's all unfolding in truth, but it's taking a little while longer than what it is because it has to unfold everywhere. But a lot of us have done a lot of storytelling, which is true, and a lot of truth, facts, and logic are all basically everybody that's in the Thomas and Friends community right now, they know the truth, but half of them don't know. Why? Because they don't believe it. I said that's the reason why they don't believe it, because they can't put the dots together. Not yet, because they're too young to understand. Like I said, there are people around me that know the truth because they're old enough to understand. Some got maturity to understand, and a lot of them do not understand yet. When they get older and wiser, they will understand what's meant to unfold, and then they will say, "Oh shit, we screwed this up." And the really useful person like me, being the honest one, the caring one, the supportive one, you ending up like saying, "Oh fuck, yeah." See what I mean? So in any angle, in any day, you always get the truth out of me. So work it out. It's truth, it's logic, it's fact. In any angle. So if you really want to screw it up, which no one doesn't want it to screw up, I said it's time to save the world now. Thank you very much. In every angle.